Hello everyone, my name is Draconicrose and welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. So last episode we put our kill box to the test, filling our fridge with bugs and their meat, which will be helpful to make kibble out of. Even though that is currently suspended because we have enough. Although if you ask me where it is, I would have absolutely no idea. Anyway. We today are going to prepare Michael's throne room to be used for the ceremony of raising his ranking within the Empire. He's going to become a praetor, if I am not mistaken. He is a knight right now. Next is... yeah, praetor, 10 honor, so 31 total, which he does have. I think he has 11 now. The next title costs 10 more honor. He can do it. We have the quest for the ceremony. We just need the actual room to be ready. We also have visitors from the Confederacy, so they will be charmed. Yes, they will be entertained. Eventually I'm going to have to move this guest area somewhere over here. But you already know of those plans. Now, we do have a giant smoke cloud out in the world. It comes with a mech cluster, and we're going to need a few things before we go deal with that. First, we need more packaged survival meals than what we have. So I am going to... okay, we already have them set to be cooked forever. What we are missing is mostly meat. So we're going to go ahead and set up some meat to be hunted. Now, these are way too dangerous to hunt, but the horses are not. That is what we are hunting right now, and the kangaroo, yeah, that's good. Ostrich also has a decent amount of meat, the rest is small fry. We finished researching the multi-analyzer, and next we're going to research casual wear for scarves and stuff. That is nice. Now we need some EMP type weapons, and to get those, well, we can trade, of course, but we can also look at EMP cannon. Is this a thing that is handheld? Okay, it's from Vanilla Furniture Expanded Security, so no. It is something that's stationary, but we might want to research it anyway, because it will come in handy. What we can do is absolutely nothing, I don't think, but there should be, like, or maybe it's from a mod, like some EMP launchers. They might not be researchable, is what I'm thinking. I think I'll have to... take a look at that, but they will, if they are in the game, they will certainly be tradable. If not, we might have to go with the good old-fashioned EMP grenades. Either way, we are going to take those mechanoids down. For now, our throne room has been sort of enlarged. This wall needs to be taken down. Who is not doing it? That would be Roxy. So that is not a necessary construction ability, therefore I'm just going to force Michael to do it himself, so that the throne room actually has the necessary size. Now, it's not going to be as impressive right now because it requires more flooring, first of all. So we're going to go with our usual fine limestone. Now, those power conduits though, let's do a select similar and deconstruct those. We can recreate them over on the new wall, and that'll work perfectly well. Well, there's these subterranean ones over here that we are also going to deconstruct. So with the floor and the conduits moved, the room's impressiveness should get up higher. It is not going to be too high, but that is fine, I think. We can try and get another column in. I'm going to put one over here, like right there in the middle. And then we can maybe do some draping, like to make that a room over to the side. I don't know, something. Mare revenge. Leatha has managed to anger the poor horsey, but it's okay. It will get taken down. Ooh, Mega Sloth. What killed it? Spike trap. Oh no, poor thing. Yeah, that happens if you wander into our base, and you really shouldn't do that, right, Mega Sloth? I think it has learned its lesson. Now you're going to need the limestone mostly. Felix is doing some of it, but I'll have them bring in some more chunks if I can find them. But that is not exactly something that is very fun to watch. So I'll bring you back when something happens. We have a trade ship, a bulk goods trader, and let's hope they have something that we find interesting. And so we are buying a few sheep, 5 females and 1 male, a steel simple helmet, and some gold for future dragon encounters. We're selling some odds and sods, our smoke leaf joints, most of them, and our useless little dog, who is going to have a happy life with the traders that have come here instead of eating our food. So the sheep make it that so that building this area has just become a bit more of a priority. For right now, I'm just going to have them live inside the base, even though it's probably not the bestest of ideas. Because they will dirty up the place, but that is fine. We are going to have them there, and we are going to make sure this area is sealed off before we create the building that they are going to live in. That is going to be, these are actual walls, by the way, not the inside. But yeah, they are going to be living over here. And on that note, perhaps I can move this one to match with the building outline, like that. Yeah, pretty good. And the animals can live over here and be away from where the action happens. I'm gonna just make sure that we have a no roof area around here for the time being. There is no real point in digging this space out, because over here we don't have any soil that we could plant anything and or use for anything. Yeah, we might start planting, like doing a growing zone over in these areas, and I'll explain why in just a moment. As soon as it's done, this one can fuck off. We can plant grass thanks to the Vanilla Plants Expanded mod, and I think the animals can eat it, even though it's, you know, it's technically a crop. We'll not allow harvesting, we'll just let them plant the grass and leave it over there. We will even go ahead and hide the zone, just for the aesthetics of it, really, no other reason. So we finished casual wear, and we are going to get sewage sludge composting, which will allow us to use all of this sludge that we have extras of as fertilizer. So that will be pretty good for the areas around here. We also have an aurora that is going to make everyone a little bit happier when they are outside. Is anyone outside? Yes, Sage is outside. Oh, we have a caravan over there. Let me just show you the aurora, which really should be here, or did it end just before I... Yeah, it must have ended just before I showed it to you. So Confederacy of Pana, they're a medical goods trader. So this is pretty good, because we do have some colonists that need legs and what else? arms and a nose and probably an eye. Yeah. And perhaps all the prosthetics is basically what I'm trying to tell you. So we'll bring Sage there because she is the best trader we have. I did create my preset for numbers finally, so less moving around, and let's see what they have. Unfortunately, the traders do not have anything. Well, they do have something that we want, but nothing of the prosthetics that we need. I am selling 2 elephant tusks, which we had lying around, and I will take this opportunity to show you a nice little trick. So you want some Psychite tea. We want 10 of them. We could start going here. We could even type 10, or want to sell 10 of them. Even type -10, but there is a easy way, which is control clicking the minus button. Control clicking that one just gives everything as usual. If you shift click, it will try to give them 100, which in this case does not work, of course. But we do also want the same from Penoxysilene, so we're going to control click this one and get our 10. Now I didn't know that shortcuts worked in this interface. I knew they worked in the builds interface. I don't know why I never picked, added 2 and 2 together and figured that they worked in this one. So, well, now you know. We're going to accept that and be back when something else happens. I have noticed a problem with our food production, and fortunately our sheep can eat kibble because our butchering of animals that give us edible meat is being blocked by the existence of insect meat. So what I am going to do is, well, this one allows everything. I'm going to create another kibble bill, and I am going to have it be done forever, but all I'm going to allow is hay and insect meat. So as long as we have hay and insect meat, I want a kibble to be made, and that way we will hopefully exhaust our insect meat storage, not storage, stock. That's the word I'm looking for. Our insect meat stock will be exhausted, so will some of our hay, to be honest. But since the sheep can eat the kibble, that won't be a problem at all. It will just make sure that we get to the good stuff, the actual meat. For now, I'm just going to have them butcher a creature, just like once, so that some normal meat can be made and some more survival meals, but that will fix itself now that we have that kibble recipe, so that should not be a problem. As I observe Sage making meals, I realize that she's having to go all the way around over here to the fridge to get anything that she wants. However, we have more than enough power nowadays that we can afford to give her a few refrigerators. We also have the materials for it. So we are going to build 2 of Rimfridge's single refrigerators, and we are going to make one have nothing but meat, and we are going just to make sure it doesn't have any human or insect meat. We mostly want the meat itself, or fish if we have them, and the other one is going to be for vegetables, raw vegetables. So we are going to allow those to be in, and we are going to set them to be urgently filled so that they get filled in if they empty right away. And this way Sage should be able to, when she's cooking, just get the nearest stuff. However, that means well, since we have a fridge, it doesn't matter so much, so I think we can go with closest or nearest, which is the default, and that way she will grab this here instead of going for something that is more or less somewhat spoiled. Like this Spellipede, if it was, food that's available for meals. This way she will take from here, and that will make our cooking much more efficient. Not that we really need it, it's just, you know, it was bothering me watching her go back and forth like that. Not long after that last segment, we get sewage sludge composting. So the way this works is that we can now go to hygiene and grab some biosolids composters, which we will place right around here. They're not really pretty, but they will do. And then we're going to go into also hygiene, I think. Yes, and select fertilizer area and add area. And that autosave screwed up with my camera movement, that's fine. We will just select where our crops go. And if I understand correctly how it works, once there is any fertilizer, the ponds will simply move it to these areas where the plants are, and it will simply help them grow even faster, even though they are already on rich soil. So they are filling in the barrels. They do require a certain temperature, but for now that is fine. We might have to create a climate-controlled kind of composting room sooner or later. But that is, you know, fine by me. So now this sludge that we are getting from our toilets definitely has somewhere to go where it will be useful. So they are full and we can see the progress. They go slowly, but they will get there. A group of Arctic wolves, abandoned or lost, wanders in. They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the colony. Does no one else see the problem of us having sheep and suddenly accepting wolves? Well, technically there is really no problem in this game, but the wolves are a welcome addition because they will help hunt and haul and, you know, bring people in. We are going to keep them inside the base, where they will be trained, and, well, I think most of the time they will stay in the animals area over here, which already has walls, but it's not quite complete. We are building mostly the outside facing walls, or the walls that face places that are unroofed, from granite. Some wood inside for that homely feel, which will extend to the flooring, which will be entirely made of wood. Actually, let's make that a steel tile. Let's cancel that, make it a steel tile. There we go. Because it's, you know what I feel about the transition between one and the other. So that steel tile will look better. Something else I want to do is come over here and deconstruct this wall and this little piece of fence, which will become a granite wall soon enough, so that it has some more consistent look over here. Basically that's all why. So with all these walls over here, we can already move our animals to the animals area, and we are going to make that area different. We're going to expand what? Okay. We are going to manage areas and invert the animals area again. We're going to expand it to allow this place over here. Really good. No outsides, please. Yes, good. And we are going to clear it from these old base areas. I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time off camera resetting the areas. This is just a mere revenge, which shouldn't end up being... Oh! Well, actually it might, because there is two of them. Who else is up? Sage, can you come out here, please? Alright, Leatha is in some trouble with this horse that is coming right after her, so we are going to bring Sage over here. Hope Leatha makes good progress. She does have good armor, so it shouldn't be too bad. Bruises and cracks, even though it's 2 horses. How are the horses faring? Not as good, but we could still use Sage out here. Although Sage was a bad idea with her missing leg. Going to send Garrett instead, because Leatha now needs rescue, but she is fine-ish, because a roof has collapsed. Oh. Okay. As long as nobody got killed. Let's get Michael out here as well. I really don't want them to kill our traps. They're just horses. There is no point in that. Garrett, instead of going inside... Oh, okay, Leatha has woken up. We're just gonna let her grab her weapons again. And perhaps her meal. And please hold that. Thank you, Leatha. Then she should have no problem going back in and getting in the hospital. Now, I wonder why she's wearing armor, though. Okay, it's because she's a hunter. That's fine. You probably do want a hunter to be relatively armored, I suppose. So I am going to take care of those areas, perhaps have another look at these outfits, and when I come back, we will see how far away this research opportunity is. Alright, here is an interesting one. This caravan has just arrived, but if I use Sage, I cannot trade, because she doesn't have the title necessary to be able to trade with the Imperial Trader. Don't think it will tell me. Maybe the wiki can later tell me, but you know Michael does have a title and he can come trade. I've just noticed we have another dragon on the map. Is it the only one? I sure hope so. Let's sort this by meat amount because they are really big. No, we have a bunch of them, so the one we want to send away right now is insufficient. An additional what? Okay. Well, let's try for a moderate ritual, see where that gets us, and hopefully that way we'll have enough favor to get the dragons out of here. You know what happens when the dragons get hungry with us. So over here, I don't think we have any sort of prosthetics, no, but we do have the tech print for jump packs, and if we ever want the relatively new jetpacks, basically, we are going to need this tech print. Right now, I don't really want to buy it because we do need our silver, but I will buy an aesthetic nose because someone does need it. We are going to sell some drugs, so this flake that we have over here, and absolutely nothing else. I wish they had some plasteel because we are definitely needing those, but they do not. Ooh, that cataphract arbor though. We do know that if we really need it, there are some nearby settlements that could have it for us, but we currently are not going to have them. Here we go, Gold Dragon Revenge. They decided to attack the dragon, therefore I will put everyone on emergency, because if I remember correctly, actually no, but it should put everyone into... Well, the animals are fine, but everyone should stay inside the base. So let's see how that goes for our friends, the Imperials. The Elder Gold Dragon has gotten into the fight. Why does this always happen in the middle of the night where I can't really go help them? So Nicholas here tried to get some shelter from the dragon. It didn't quite work out. Someone died, so our goodwill is dropping, but that's okay. We can always do quests to get the goodwill back up. This dragon is taking a bit of a beating. Hopefully it will die before we have to deal with the other one, which is not exactly taking as much of a beating. How is it going? It's still 60% health. Oh boy, I don't think the Imperials are going to win this one, unfortunately. Which means we are going to have to probably appease the dragons or just, you know, stay inside while they are angry. This other dragon is absolutely going to destroy everyone. And this caravan is really not going to have a good time. Oh, they are leaving some stuff behind that we are going to definitely find useful. This poor guy is just a torso. This one is definitely going to die, and they are not focusing down the one that really needs to be killed first. That's fine. These dragons, the gold dragons, will calm down eventually, or we might use some favor to calm them down. But with that absolute destruction and victory of the dragons, I am going to leave you here. And next episode we are going to try and use our resources to get as much favor as we can to get these dragons off our map. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember that here there definitely be dragons.
Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk, and if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.